Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Gamecock fans thoroughly enjoyed a beatdown of Clemson the last time these two met.
And that really was a shocker, not just for fans in the state, but fans around the country watching South Carolina just bring the heat to Clemson last year.
Yeah, and getting a big win like that against your rival, creating momentum in this series and help you on the recruiting trail, building a program to try to make this a fist fight every year. And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. There's just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows a little bit back and forth. Some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from the legs.
On second down, looking again to throw. Going for the big play. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, picked off. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Jones wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, the running back has it. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Well, at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the grab on the left. At the 35, he's loose. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're ready to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. There's a live football. Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
But he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking left. And they can't make the connection.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Clemson 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Bulls his way forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's there to make the stop.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. To throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Tigers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Number 12 makes the catch and takes it in for the score.
One to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Purdue. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out of the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Shotgun snap on third down. They're bringing heat. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively you should...
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Jones wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. They go to the draw. The Tigers get it past the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stops with a first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on second and long from the 13? Caught in the backfield, it's Miles. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Jones to throw. He's got his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. On the run, fires downfield. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. To make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the side.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Touchdown, South Carolina.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Clemson, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
1st and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touch pass on the right. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll give it to the back. And the ball is free on the pitch. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
1st and 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Jones wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Clemson jumps to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. On second down, they'll take to the air. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. And the Tigers get enough for the first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's second and 12. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Oh, the sweet feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Bringing the heat. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
What took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line? He is a monster, dude.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch.
Touchdown, Tiger! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Ball carried by the running back. Brought down at the 45. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Sends it downfield. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker.
He's going to throw deep right side. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
South Carolina.
South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting it on their in-state rival.
35. Clemson, 21.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that well. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Clemson is quick to the line. Jones to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
He lets one fly deep. And he's thrown another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina, 35. Clemson, 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats?
Oh, look out! Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Getting the extra point blocked soured that touchdown drive just a bit, but they'll line up to kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Clemson! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
From the gun, running back gets to give. Open space at the 25. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Past the 30. Inside the 10. What a bizarre turn of events. He scooped up the fumble and took it all the way back for 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pass picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got a man. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson, 30.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Jones wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got a man. It's Clark. Oh, what a move! They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 20 over Auburn. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Jones to throw. He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Clemson.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight and push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched